Hi everyone, hope you're doing well today. I get asked a lot on some of my videos about how I do the recording and the settings that I use. This is the Rodecaster Pro II, and I'm using the Rode NT1 5th generation. These are the settings that I use. My voice is definitely going to sound different from your voice. What I did was I started out with the NT1 profile, and I did a lot of tweaking to it. Now, in order to set up the tweaking for this, make sure that your advanced settings is on. So see, this is toggled on right now, and I have the level set at 31 decibels because I find that this is a comfortable level for me and the way that I use my microphone. Yours is going to be a little bit different. You can start out with this as a baseline, and I'm going to go through each of these settings one by one and just show you what they are, what they're at, so you can follow along as you watch this video if you have the Rodecaster Pro II. Keep in mind that there is a USB setup that you could do if you have the NT1 5th generation, and for that, I have not played around with it too much yet, so I want to make sure that I tailor this down first before I start using the USB for the 32-bit recording. And I want to get that correct because I definitely messed up somewhere along the line. Okay, first is high pass filter. And for this, the frequency I set it at, frequency is at 30.4 hertz and a slope at 12 decibels. Next one, the de-esser. This will vary depending on how much of the S sounds comes from you. So my threshold is at negative 29.4 decibels. Ratio is 3:1. Attack is 0.7 milliseconds. Release is 210 milliseconds. Gain is at 0. And frequency is at 5063 hertz. You just want to get close to some of these settings to start out and then adjust it as you need. Noise gate. This, of course, is going to vary by a lot depending on how much background sound that you have. My threshold is at negative 38.4 decibels right now. Attack is at 30 milliseconds. Hold is at 50 milliseconds. Release is at 200 milliseconds. Range is at 44 decibels. Hysteria is at 0.20. I'm not an audio engineer. There are definitely a lot of other audio engineers on YouTube that explains what each of these settings are. This is not hysteria, hysteresis. I don't even know what that is. Compressor. My threshold is at negative 33 decibels. Ratio is 3.0 to 1. Attack is at 0.7 milliseconds. Release is at 21 milliseconds. And gain is at 2.2 decibels. Equalizer. I have the high bell at 10,179.9 hertz. High gain at 6.5 decibels. Mid bell at 400 hertz. Mid gain at negative 1.2 decibels. Low bell at 100 hertz. And low gain at 2.2 decibels. Next up is the exciter. This is the Aphex plugins that are built in here. You have these also in the digital version if you have the NT1 5th gen. So big bottom, I have it tuned to 90 hertz and drive at 68%. For the RO exciter, I have it tuned to 3500 hertz and harmonics at 72%. No panning. High pass filter, frequency is at 30.4 hertz and slope at 12 decibels. Those are all the settings. Now, generally, if you just use what was built in, you'll find that the defaults are pretty good. So if you want to start there, that's something that I recommend. And they have different profiles, of course. Now, I use this setting because I found that it got pretty close to my Shure SM7B. And I like the sound coming out of that. There was one other one that I used to use a lot of, and I wish I kept those settings. So I should have made a video about that one. But this is the way I'd like to set it up. And generally, when I make these videos, I like to think about where my audience is going to be or listening. And the statistics show that most of the people that are watching my videos or podcasts, for instance, are listening it from their phone. So this is somewhat tuned for the phone usage. You're going to want to figure out where most of your audience is going to be listening to your stuff. Try it out. Let me know what you think. And let me know if you did something in particular that tweak that works well with your voice compared to my settings. I'm always looking to improve my audio quality. All right, that's it for this video. please give it a like, subscribe for more, and thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.